Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Latin back with another video. So we're going to be going over a budget Fifine recording setup. So we got the Fifine Tank 1. This microphone will run you a little over $100. We got the Fifine Boom Arm here, the BM66. This is a very heavy duty, high quality boom arm. It will hold really heavy microphones, no problem. And it's got some great ways to hide your cables. And then I have the microphone plugged into the Fifine SC1. It's a little teeny audio interface that runs around $50. I mean, if you're on a budget, you can get this whole setup for less than $250, or if you go with like a Fifine AM8 microphone, probably less than $150 for the whole package. Now, if you do pick up the AM8 or one of the other XLR and USB microphones, you can probably skip the audio interface and just plug that directly in your computer with the USB cable, and then you can always get the audio interface later. Generally, microphones do sound better on XLR than they do on USB, so I think it's a good idea to eventually pick up a audio interface. Now, I could go out and buy a Shure SM7B, a Focusrite interface, and a really nice Rode boom arm, and probably spend $800-900 on the whole setup. You know, this is a $150 to $200 setup, depending on what microphone you purchase. You could grab something like the Fifine AM8 for $40 or $50, or you could grab a microphone like the Fifine Tank 3 for around $70, or you can get this Tank 1, which is their brand new XLR microphone, for around $130, and these things often do go on sale. So if you really watch Amazon for the sales, sometimes you can get some dirt cheap prices on these things. Now, when it comes to a budget setup versus a name brand setup, the price difference can be immense. Like, the price difference can be huge depending on what it is you're buying. I mean, you buy some of this budget stuff, it keeps getting better and better and better. I think the Fifine products have really come a long way. They've gotten so much better over the years. You're going to get really nice sound quality at a fraction of the price. If you pick up one of these budget setups from Fifine, if you use everything properly, you're going to get really nice recording quality. You definitely want to make sure you get your microphone up on a boom arm. That is going to give you the best results. These dynamic microphones are designed to be really close to your face. I mean, you can set them on your desk, but you know, it's not going to be as good. So you definitely want to get a nice boom arm. There are a lot of cheap boom arms out there for $20 or $30, but why not spend $50 or $60 to get something that's way better, right? You don't really necessarily want one of those cheapy boom arms. I mean, you can get by with those if you need to, but for $60, this boom arm is killer. Between $50 and, you know, $130, you can get a really good sounding microphone, and then add in the little audio interface for around $50 some, and you got a killer recording setup. I mean, most of this stuff should probably last you a few or several years. Back in the day, you would buy like an inexpensive setup, and it would sound bad. It wouldn't last that long, but I'm telling you, these things just keep getting better and better and better, and Fifine keeps making newer, nicer products. I mean, some of the cheaper stuff isn't built as nice as this. Like, if you get the AM8, it's an all plastic build, to where this microphone right here is all metal, and it's just super heavy duty, very high build quality, but both of them sound really good. Now, if you're interested in hearing some of the other Fifine microphones, I actually recorded an entire comparison with like 6 or 7 or 8 of their microphones. I'll make sure when this video ends, that will pop up on the screen so you can click on it and check it out, and that will give you a good idea of which microphone to buy. I mean, the AM8's $50. You can get a K668 or a Tank 3 for around $70. You can get the Tank 1 for $130. And like I said, if you watch the Amazon sales, sometimes you can find these for pretty much dirt cheap. But it's hard to beat a recording setup for between $150 and $250. I've got a lot of different Fifine microphones, and so far, I have not had one fail on me. So they seem like they're pretty reliable. I mean, if I went out and I bought an SM7B, that would probably last me 20, 30, 40, 50 years. But we're talking about $450 versus something that's going to cost you about $100. I mean, the price difference is huge. $100 for a nice microphone that's probably going to last you a few or several years. You can't beat it. But if you're looking for a budget setup for podcasting or YouTube or anything like that, I think this is actually a pretty good deal and a good overall way to go. I will put a link in the video's description and the pinned comment where you can get these items right here, plus a few other Fifine microphones and some stuff like that. So if you're interested, check that out. And yeah, full budget Fifine microphone setup. Doesn't cost that much, and my God, it sounds pretty good.